Hello everybody, my name is Mikkel. I'm a trained psychologist living in Denmark, where I work in rehabilitation.
Hello, this is a short introduction on Standard 16, the how to measure improvements in the quality of life by Psychotrauma Center South Netherlands. And this has everything to do with Standard 15, the definition of the quality of life.
One thing is to understand is that in Denmark, rehabilitation in my context is a part of the healthcare system. So that means there's very strong focus on the PTSD diagnosis and the upcoming complex PTSD diagnosis. We also have a very strong focus on anxiety and depression. Depression being one of the most comorbid problems with refugees in general. And then there is the physiological part, including focus on pain. And then we have functional impairments in everyday life. Now, these overall three focal points reflect the way we work, which I think is very important.
As I already mentioned in that introduction, there are a lot of aspects involved when it comes to the definition of quality of life. And that also means that you can measure quality of life in different ways. At our Psychotrauma Center, we evaluate our treatment by questionnaires. So we use questionnaires on the beginning of treatment, and we compare the results with the results on the end of treatment to see if our treatment was effective and on which areas of someone's life that treatment was effective.
When you plan to do evaluation on your work in general, is that you want to choose tools that measure exactly what you are working with. If you want to prove that you have an effect or that help patients to see or humans to see that they're moving in the right direction. So instead of just taking my word for it and say, okay, we want to do the same copy-paste, you should always try to look inward first and say, okay, the organization and the context I'm in, which goals and which direction are we working in, and then choose specific tools that fits what you're trying to achieve in your everyday practice.
And there are questionnaires that focus specifically on quality of life, but there are also questionnaires on the diverse aspects that make together the quality of life. So we can also use that to evaluate if there was an improvement in the quality of life. There are questionnaires on the reduction of symptoms when it comes to PTSD or anxiety or depression. But there are also questionnaires on the physical well-being of someone, on the emotional well-being of someone, how their coping mechanisms are. There are questionnaires about social contacts, how satisfied someone is with that. There are questionnaires about family functioning, how the communication is going within the family. So those are all questionnaires that could be used, and that the results can be used to evaluate improvements in the quality of life. So we want to take you with us in the coming period to see what types of measurement you can use to evaluate improvements in the quality of life. And we also want to share with each other what types of measurements that we can use and how to grow in this.
Obviously, that's different from me to your context. So it's very hard to point out. But if in doubt, you're always free to reach out through the IRCT network, and I will gladly help you with whatever I can. So you're all doing a great job. I hope to see you sometime, and I wish you the best. Bye.
Thank you.